as you can see, I got the old pump out, and actually the old pump was fed here, your factory pump, and I went ahead and changed mine out to a 10 AN. And then this is your return to your rail, or return to your fuel filter. This was the filter block, sorry. And then this is the fuel to your whole rail. Well, the 14 mil pump, obviously these thread out, but this is the entrance to your fuel block plate, your fuel, I guess in my case it's a fuel block plate, but your fuel filter. And then here's your fuel rail line. And my feed, I'm assuming, is right here because it says fuel inlet. And the original, where this is at, is actually plugged. So we're not going to use that. Same FCA. So we're going to go ahead and get my new fittings on here, which I believe this is a M12 by 1.5 or M14. I think it's M12. M12 by 1.5 or 1.25 ORB to a 10 AN. And this actually threads right on here. And once this is fully threaded, as long as this shelf right here lines up, or this edge lines up with this shelf right here, my fuel rail feed actually goes back on, no issues. So whenever I install this, I'm gonna make sure that it is perfectly even on there. Hopefully there's no issues. And then I need to order a new 90 because you're a little close to the block here, but this should go on about like this. And I still have enough room on my block to feed this thing with a 10 AN. Just real quick, I know I've covered before, but I make my own AN lines, and it's actually super easy. It doesn't take that much, but I have a vise here. I have these Amazon magnetic AN line holders that make it super easy. You'll need a pair of cutters. I think these are actually Vibrant brand, so these are a little pricey, but quality. And then on top of that, you'll need a little bit of oil, some AN lines, and obviously your line and fitting. This one's actually already done. As you can see, they're mated up. Hardly any room between the two of them. And this is the one that we actually just cut, this line. We went ahead and changed it from a straight to a 90. And if you look inside here, you can actually see, I see that lip inside there. That's actually what the inside of the AN line looks like. So basically just compresses the hose. It sandwiches the hose in between the outer fitting and the inner fitting. So I got one right here. I think this is an 8. As you can see, it's 2 pieces, and this is the collar that actually goes on the line, and then the actual fitting itself goes on afterwards. Let's see, it's got a lot of threads. But this is actually what goes on to your hose. So as you can see, there's ridges there that actually bite into it. This side is threaded. This will go on, and once this is on, you will actually press this, put a little bit of oil on this and these threads, and press it down inside here, which will actually be in the hose. It kind of takes a little bit of force, but once you engage these threads a little bit, you can start tightening the actual fitting. So this part right here will actually be what you're tightening, because this part will stay in the vise. So this hose is completely done now, and it is basically permanent until I do like I did on this and cut it. And now I can reuse these fittings actually, but I can't reuse that little bit of hose. But now I have my fuel feed line with a straight AN on this end and a 90 on this end. Now I just gotta go ahead and run it and bolt it up. Been a slight change in plan and setback, but I think it's for the better, and it will actually make more power, hopefully. But there was issues with the injectors that I actually bought, so I'm having to deal with that. But in the meantime, I went ahead and picked up a new set of injectors, which once those show up, I will show you those. But since my injectors that I'm getting are a little different than what I was going to put in it, I kind of need to change my turbo. So this is actually sold. I gotta go ahead and pull it off here. And don't worry, we're still gonna have a 5-blade, but we're going from a 7287, or sorry, 728310 to a 758711. I went ahead and I guess skipped over the fact that I got my wheels on, but as you can see, my new cut of 26 by 12 Fenix forged. So absolutely love this brand. Absolutely insane. Looks killer now. I just need to go ahead and make sure it runs. But that is what I'm going to be doing, is be taking this off. It's actually getting picked up tomorrow. My good buddy Moonshine Martin actually sold it for me. So shout out to him. But once the new injectors show up, we'll go ahead and slap those in, do my valve lash, and then I think everything else is basically buttoned up. The CP3's on, all the hard lines are on. Fortunately, I'm going to take the hard lines back off, but it shouldn't be too crazy to do that. Intake horn. Everything's ready to go back on once those injectors show up. It's been a little bit, and I'm actually out here because I kind of had a little mishap with my new turbo. Not trying to hide anything from you guys, but let's see if I can get my hand in here. You guys can see a little bit of issues with the new turbo. So don't mind the turkey. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, but we're going to be putting the 472 back on for now, whenever or while I get this one shipped back out. Hopefully get it warranted, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one off, get this one on there, and hopefully be able to make it home. A few seconds later, and the compressor cover's off, and as you can see, there is the damage, or part of it at least. It's also binding up pretty bad, but it actually ate the edge of the blades off here, so it's just not wanting to turn very well. It's really sticky, so some spots it's smooth, other spots not. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of the way off here. This turkey will not leave me alone at all. Look at this guy. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Come on. Update. The back does not look too bad. Definitely seen better days. Definitely seen better days. as you saw last night, the turbo kind of said bye-bye, my new turbo, and I had to slap the old one on in order to make it home. But we are in the driveway now, and we did make it home. Other than that, the truck performed without any issues at all. With that being said, the new turbo, I shipped it back out. Hopefully they'll warranty it. Don't know what the issue was. It was tune 1, 3/4 open throttle, and it took it for a second. I didn't get it on video, but it took it for a second, and then it shifted second gear, and then it didn't like its life. But there's absolutely no leaks on this thing, no issues, all back together. Sounds amazing, sounds healthy. This thing absolutely is disgusting because I had to drive it where there was some mud, so wheels are a little hazy, paint's all nasty. I went ahead and actually picked up a set of 5th gen taillights that are already hooked up. Still need to get those paint matched. I went ahead and threw this in for now. Obviously it's not hooked up, so I don't know anybody saying, oh, you have nitrous not hooked up. I know it's not hooked up. It's mounted. It just needs to be plumbed, and we have a spot for it, which this truck is past the point of towing heavy, so eventually I'll put a roll pan, but I'll still leave a hitch on it. But let's go ahead and fire this up so you can hear this thing. It does haze black at idle, so. Stupid loud now. I'm hoping the next thing will be a built trans, because I don't see this one lasting very long, honestly. Not with this fuel and air once the new turbo comes back, but this thing is stupid clean. By the time you see this, it'll probably be about 1 week before UCC. So I should be up there, I think, Friday morning. And this will be actually in the VIP section. So come check it out. The hood might be popped, it might not. Nothing really fancy under the hood. Nothing's really powder coated, but I did everything here in the driveway. And yeah, I'm actually very pleased with how it turned out. But you guys should come out to UCC, which is in Indianapolis. It is May 30th to June 1st, I believe, that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I see you out there. If not, go ahead and enjoy the video and like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you next one.